Hi, my name is Nelly. I am a food nerd and canine nutritionist, and today I'm going to talk about commercial versus homemade raw. What's better for your dog? So why do people choose a raw diet? Raw feeding mimics the ancestral diet of a canine. And there's so many potential health benefits for your dogs. Better gut health, better digestion, healthier teeth, skin and coat. The health benefits are amazing. Not to mention that raw could come in many different forms. It could be homemade or it could be commercial made. So what are the pros to commercial brands like Huntaway, Viva Raw, We Feed Raw? Well, there are a couple, right? So this is convenient. Pop it out of the freezer and then put it in your refrigerator and that's it. They also ensure that they're balanced. Now, balancing is quite a tricky thing because in my opinion, every dog is different. So while they could be balanced and adhering to AAFCO's guidelines, it doesn't really necessarily mean that they're balanced for your dog. Quality control could be a pro depending on the brand, right? So some brands do HPP, high pressure processing, and it kills bacteria. A lot of these brands need to meet with a certain industrial standard. This commercial raw is very easy for a beginning raw parent, right? I use it for convenience, right? So I do half my own meals, half Huntaway, because they literally tell you everything that's in here. Their ingredient list is pretty good, right? The thing with Huntaway is that there's only one protein right now, which is venison. But I love that it's wild venison, right? It's from New Zealand. I highly recommend it. I'm going to put my coupon code so you could get 10% off. I highly recommend them. And the people at Huntaway, Celeste, they're amazing people. And feel free to reach out to them. They are an open book. They are happy to share and answer any questions that you guys have. So like I said, those are the pros to commercial food. But what's the pro to making homemade? So I create a meal plan based on your dog's specific needs. I ask you as the dog guardian a couple of questions and I start from there to create a meal plan that your dog is going to enjoy. In addition to that, I think as someone that feeds raw, you should do a lot of raw testing on your dog. So what does that mean? I do some enrichment where I add different types of raw, right? So I'll do chicken, I'll do beef, I'll do venison, different organs, different body parts to see if my dog's palate has changed because dogs could be tricky. We want to make sure that it's something that they enjoy, right? And even though you're mixing and matching to make something a variety for your dog, it's nice to know that your dog really, truly enjoys what they're eating. So I am a canine nutritionist. I created this meal plan. Basically, it tells you everything you would ever need. I make it super easy so that you can make your dog's own dog food. All you would have to do is cut up the pieces and freeze it, right? Now, what are the benefits to this, right? Like I said, palatability. I know that my dog is going to enjoy this. This food is custom to his needs, meaning my dog is active, he is neutered. There are things that I add to his meals, such as testicles, because he is lacking in those because unfortunately I neutered him. So a homemade diet is nutritionally rich comparative to commercial, right? I know that, for example, We Feed Raw. It's a great company. They source from ethical farmers, grass-fed, grass-finished. However, they add a synthetic nutrients to make it balanced. And so for me, I don't really like that. I'm much more of a purist. I believe that natural foods could heal. And so I use what nature gives us to heal my dog. Now, how do I solve imbalances in the diet? Well, like I said, not every meal has to be balanced, right? And so the way I balance is throughout the week. He will get everything that he needs, and that is okay. You know, we are living beings and our bodies fluctuate. And so a diet doesn't necessarily have to be 100% balanced on a daily basis. Now, a con to homemade diets is that you have to spend time making this. I usually take half an hour every 2 weeks to make 2 weeks worth of food, right? And again, like I said, it's based on the meal plan I create. There it is. It's all the information, the calories my dog needs, and then the amount of liver, secreting organs. That is based on an ancestral diet. And I take into consideration my dog's activities. My dog is very active, and so I always have in mind that he needs foods and supplements that are anti-inflammatory, right? So turmeric is great. I detox my dog when he needs to be detoxed. So that's what's so wonderful about feeding your dog a homemade raw food. You know exactly what is in this food. You're taking the time to learn the benefits of every protein that you source to put it in their meal. Cost-wise, it is cheaper than purchasing commercial foods. A good brand of commercial raw dog food is not available in most pet stores. Usually you're going to have to order this ahead of time. Usually these brands make you have a subscription, which is great, right? But sometimes shipping and handling issues could be a problem. I really wish that a lot of these companies that offer really good raw be more accessible. Another thing I would like to talk about is commercial raw. So just because you buy it, right? Just because I recommend it to you does not mean that you should still do your due diligence, right? You should look at those ingredients and see where the bone comes from. If that raw company has gullets or trachea, or they use neck bones, that is not a meal you could use every day. And that is because it is high in thyroid. Usually commercial raw has the same formula, which is bone, liver, kidney, heart, and the rest of the muscle meat. So your dog is not getting other organs that they could be benefiting from. Purchasing from commercial food brands, your impact on the environment is way bigger than you making a homemade. Think about it. You're now not getting a box shipped to your house, right? So you're not using UPS or FedEx. Those miles have to be accounted for, right? The boxing, the dry ice or freezing material, all that is something that you should consider, and it's something that you are saving when you make a homemade diet. Whatever way you feed raw, the health benefits are still gonna get to your dog. So I hope I gave you some insights on commercial raw versus homemade raw. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Let me know what your dog likes to eat. If you're a raw feeder, do you make it at home or do you buy commercially, and what brand? I would love to know. I'm always curious to try other brands of raw dog food. Again, my name is Nelly. Follow the Combine Dog to know more about canine nutrition. Bye.